Hello Blizzard fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is game 3 between Mystery and LiquidRet on Coda, the latter edition. This is from their round of 32 group stage best of 3 series that from WCS 2015 that just wrapped up last month. And this is the deciding game 3. I'm really excited to bring you this. And let's give a big 1 to LiquidRet and a big 1 to Mystery. Oop, 2-1, there we go. Got it correct there. In the top left of Coda, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player. It is LiquidRet. And in the bottom right, we have the red Protoss player. It is Mystery. Now again, Mystery's a big underdog in this series, but he did manage to actually take a game off of Ret, did an amazing job with Void Rays and Zealots and Templars and all sorts of crazy units that did actually handle the composition that LiquidRet went to. It was on Vani Research Station, which I feel like is something of a Zerg-favored map. And the fact that Mystery managed to take a game off of Ret in those circumstances, which is very impressive. I really have no idea who's going to come out on top here. I'm very excited to cast this game. And we'll see how things go. Now again, usually in deciding games, we don't see too much crazy stuff. Cheeses. Just because if cheeses are held off and you lose, it's kind of a crappy way to lose. You're like, oh man, I got beat because someone scouted me and that was it. But it looks like Ret is going for that 15 hatch here against Protoss, which is pretty scary. But again, I think he imagines that Mystery is going to be playing conservatively because, again, you don't want to go for anything crazy because if it gets held off, you will feel stupid. But here we come. Zealot coming across the map. Oh, actually going 3 hatch before pool. Ret, you sly dog. There it is. 3 hatches. 1, 2, 3 before that spawning pool even started to go down. No gas whatsoever. And here comes the Zealot. Now a Zealot probably isn't going to win you the game at this point, but it can do a lot of damage. It has a lot of HP. Are we going to get a surround with these drones? Oh, gets the surround with the drones, microing away the ones that are getting hit. Oh no, one doesn't quite get away. 2 of them actually die there as well. The micro maybe not as good as it could be for Ret. Loses 3 drones to that Zealot, which is probably okay for him if we're honest. What is that? Oh, that's a piece of drone that was dead underneath these plates. Oh, poor thing. Anyway, so alright, a bit of a gamble there for Mystery. Just got a Zealot up, and just in case Ret wasn't ready for it, I don't think Ret necessarily was. Losing 3 drones at the 4-minute mark is actually a pretty big deal in Heart of the Swarm. It means he has less larva available for Zerglings he might want, less larva to make for drones at this point. If you're going 3 hatch, you need every single available larva for those drones to get up to your optimal drone count, and losing 3 of them that early can kind of snowball and cause you problems later on. But here we have a couple Lings coming out just in case any more Zealots are on the way. I think that Zealot came late enough that Ret knows that wasn't any kind of a proxy 2-gate. A proxy 2-gate would have been huge trouble, but it wasn't. So just starting to wall off now is Mystery. Does have his own Nexus, getting a Mothership Core and a Stalker here. Going to shoo away that Overlord. Poor Overlord is probably just going to die. Probe here just scouting about. I don't think he's trying to throw down any pylons or anything, but just in case the Zerglings are going to chase the probe forever and ever until the probe actually ends up dead, which might be a while, just because I think we have just a little bit faster of a run speed on the Lings than we do on the probes. 2.95 and 2.81. Yeah, just a little bit faster, which means we get a hit off once every 10 seconds or so. But eventually the probe does die, even though it is regenerating hit points or shields here. I don't think he's going to make it back home. Oh, does survive. The Stalker comes out to save his friend, Mr. Probe. Mr. Probe says, "Thank you, Stalker. I will head back on home now to where it is safe. I will never leave home again. I'm sorry you're worried about me. I'm sorry I made you come out looking for me. It won't happen again, I promise." Either way, 33 to 35 Harvesters. LiquidRet on 3 bases. Nevertheless, behind in count for those Harvesters to Mystery. We're going to harass, actually. Yeah, a Stalker and a Mothership Core. Fairly standard stuff. What do we have in response? Making some Lings. We have a Queen out here at the front. Creep Queen and an Inject Queen, actually. Nobody here to inject on this natural right now. Just kind of poking up. Going to try to kill some workers. The Lings are slow Lings, so they are terrible. Immediately, the Queen goes after that Mothership Core, and the Lings go after the Stalker. This is good choice. Oh, gets the surround on the Stalker, and the Stalker does end up dead, but I think the Stalker might actually kill the Queen. It's going to be very close, and yes, the Queen does go down, but second Queen is here to avenge her fallen comrade. Can she snipe down the Mothership Core? Yes, she gets the Mothership Core. Ooh, well played there, getting revenge on the poor Queen that died earlier, but in the end, the harassment got a single Queen, which pretty good. Losing a Mothership Core and a Stalker for 1 Queen, though, maybe not the best. I guess a couple of Zerglings probably died there as well, but either way, 48 to 44 Harvesters. We now see that 3 base really start to kick in for Ret. 3rd base now just starting to come down for Mystery. Lings are saying, no, you do not get a 3rd base. You cancel this right now, or I'm going to force you to cancel it and lose all of your money. It's going to be very close. Can they actually get it? Yes, they do force the cancel. The sentries coming in cannot actually do enough DPS to kill these Lings before they force the cancel on that Nexus. They are good for defense, not so good for offense. Immediately throwing down the replacement, though, is Mystery. More Lings streaming across the map. Again, Rhett is a fan of kind of these big Ling pushes. Speed just barely kicked in. Here they come. This is a lot of Zerglings. 34 Zerglings. Heading on up. They're going to get a surround on all these sentries. Oh, man, if those go down, this is going to be so huge. Force fields are popping up. Oh, managing to save all but one of the sentries. Is that all but one? That was very close. More harassment here, though. Nope, just a Phoenix. I lied about that. But more Lings coming on in. Good force field again, keeping those Lings on the outside. Mothership Core killing what it can. Zealot here as well, about to go down. Boof. Does explode. Wow, these sentries did a better job than I thought. They had a full surround there, but the Lings were not able to get in there through those cracks in those force fields. Pretty good force field management there by our friend Mystery. So well played. And here come the Lings again. They have more mischief on their minds. They're going to try to get in, but there's a cannon now. Cannons do enough DPS to two-shot Lings. They sit in there and try to get through those force fields for too long. They are going to die very, very quickly, despite the fact that there are quite a few of them. They do have very low hit points and cannot survive very long. So fourth base coming up for Rhett. He says, I cannot kill my opponent with mere Lings. I must get a fourth base. Is his answer here. He has a Hydralisk Den. Does he have a Roach Warren? Roach Warren coming up now. Evolution Chamber getting +1 missile attack. And a lot of gas coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 geysers in total for Rhett. That is a lot of gas. 4 total here for Mystery. Has not taken his Vespine geyser here by way of a simulator quite yet at the third base. So 3 bases to 4 bases is 66 to 64 harvesters. Rhett is up a fairly even game 3 here. Could not ask for anything better. Moving into macro mode. Okay, macro except for the fact that there are 100 Lings on the way and a couple Hydras. So a bit of a Hydra Ling push out, which is pretty good, I guess, against sentries and zealots. And what we have, any Colossus come out, that will immediately be negated. But it looks like we're not actually going to work on getting Colossus for Mystery here this game. The Overseer gets a perfect scout on everything that is going on here. Taking his time, nothing's really bothering him. Drops a Changeling right here in the main. Going to run around with that to do some more scouting, but oh, this does not look good. A Ling Hydra push. Even if just this few number of Hydras does get scouted by the Phoenix, so that's good. Mystery knows what's coming, but man, force field's going to have to be so good for Mystery to hold this off. There are Stalkers warping in, which is a pretty good choice. But what else is coming in here? Cannons. +2 ground weapons on the way. Not going to be finished anytime soon. +1 ground armor going to be very useful against this attack as well. Phoenix just running around, but here we come. The never-ending stream off of 4 bases for Rhett. This does not look good for Mystery, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the push on in. The Lings don't want to go in there first necessarily. +1 missile attack has just finished. Good timing there from Rhett. The Hydras at the back can't quite get their attacks in yet. Force fields keeping a lot of the Hydras away, allowing the Zerglings to get cleaned up fairly easily without having to worry about the Hydras at the same time. So well played there by Mystery. Like I said, the force fields would have to be good, and they were pretty amazing. They kept several of those Hydras out of the battle for enough time for the Zerglings to get cleaned up. So woohoo! Well played there by Mystery. Good blow for Protoss players everywhere. They are very proud of you. More cannons going to be tried to place here by Mystery at the front door, knowing this is where the battle's going to take place unless they come around this backside. But getting through all these gateways would take a while, I suppose. But losing the gateways would hurt for Mystery. So kind of a lose-lose situation if we come over here for both players. And what is here? Warping in Stalkers to get rid of this Overseer. And we're probably going to be able to get it. One more shot. Boof, it does explode. Here comes the big push. More force fields again. Bunch of Hydras unable to attack from the backside. A small group from the right side can do it, but it's just not. Another force field traps more of the Hydras behind there. The first ones expire. This does not look good at all for Mystery. Hydras have a wonderful concave from all angles, just shooting their groove spines. Sentries are going down. No more sentries are left whatsoever. Trying to warp in Blink Stalkers to keep them alive. Stalkers doing what they can, but not really focusing anything down, being forced to retreat behind the wall. This pylon falls, the probe falls, the Hydras, are they going to push? No. They are not going to push. They are happy with the aggression that they showed, with the advantage they gained on that attack. Losing all those sentries was a huge blow for Mystery. You need sentries against this composition. Infestors coming in for Rhett as well. Ooh, Infestors. I feel like Rhett is kind of done messing around in this game. He says, all right, we're going for the kill. We have Infestors. There are Dark Templar on the way, though, or Dark Shrine. I don't believe... Are there any more Overseers on the map for our Zerg friend? No, Rhett does not have an Overseer on the map anywhere. Does he have Spore Crawlers in his bases? No, I've seen this so many times. Zergs have the advantage against Protoss. They're doing super well, but then a bunch of Dark Templar warp in. They send a couple to couple bases. They kill 35 drones. The game swings back into the Protoss's favor, and the Protoss can win. So again, it looks very bad for our friend Mystery, but who knows what's going to happen. It's 190 to 125 supply, but Dark Templar are the great equalizer Here we come, Roaches and Hydralisks with +1 missile attack. No armor quite yet. On its way, but not there. And Glial Reconstitution, no, Pneumatopized Carapace coming up for those Overlords to make them faster. So here we come, kind of sitting at the bottom of the ramp. Is there any Storm? Is there any Colossus? What can deal with this composition from Rhett? I do not know. Roaches at the front taking so much damage. Fungal growth going down on all of these Zealots. They're unfortunately forced to sit there and just watch as they die. Dark Templar coming in, though. Oh, Overseers are here now. Rhett heard me talking. He's like, I'm bringing Overseers. How does that sound? They're not actually detecting anything over here, though. Roaches are dying pretty well. Force Field's up here, taking down a bunch of Roaches. They cannot escape. There we go. Now they do escape. Pushing on into the third. Are we going to get a Photon Overcharge? I don't think so. Ooh, throwing in Infested Terrans are the Infestors. And did all the Dark Templar get cleaned up? It looks like they did. The Overseers came in to finally show them. Infested Terrans do 8 damage, so they're basically Marines. They just expire. They don't have stim either, so a small group of Stalkers trying to approach at the back door here of Mystery to make him give up. And oh, the third base falls. Huge, huge deal. But oh, like I said, did we have Dark Templar? We did. We had Dark Templar going to town in the main here. So 34 drones have died. Dying here as well. It's exactly like I predicted, everybody. Drones dying everywhere. 139 to 73 supply. At this point, the drone count is so low for Rhett. He's trying to, is he even trying to make more drones? He is trying to make more drones, replace the ones that he lost. The small group of Roaches and Hydras and Infestors is pretty much all there is to get through this front door for Mystery. But again, Mystery, all he can do is make Stalkers, it looks like. So, like I said, it looked really bad for Mystery, but the drone count is 41 to 45. Effectively, he's mining off of these 2 bases alone. These bases, hardly anything's going on. Nothing's happening here. He does have a 5th base at this section, but again, no workers. He's just trying to replace them as best he can, making a greater spire at the same time. More Dark Templar coming in for our friend Mystery. He's going to try to do what he can, but there's a Roach hit squad here with an Overseer to make sure that doesn't happen. Do we have anything over here? Actually, no Overseer here in the main, interestingly enough. Dark Templar tries to come in, does manage to get a drone, but does get killed for his efforts. And here we come, Roach, Hydra, Infestor, a fairly small army, but it is an army that really has a lot on its mind. It's going to try to kill everything that it possibly can, throwing in a bunch of changelings to kind of check things out, see what's going on here. Getting focused down by Mystery. He is no fool. He's not going to let these guys in the front door. But are we going to try to cancel this again? Oh, Mothership Core, does it get sniped down? It does actually die. Oh, Mothership Core, why? Forcing a cancel on this base yet again. Nope, doesn't even get canceled. Mystery not feeling too happy about himself right now. Another pylon dies. Stalkers here for their last stand. Going to snipe down these Infestors. Going to use Force Fields to keep everybody back. Sniping down Overseers as best as he possibly can. Are these Stalkers? More Hydras coming in, but at the wrong place. They're rallied and immediately die. +3 attack on these Stalkers is pretty darn good. They're getting fungal, but they're ranged, so I don't think it really matters all that much. All these Hydras are getting cleaned up left and right, blinking right on top. Fungal's coming on. Roaches coming from the backside. That is pretty dangerous stuff, but I think the upgrade advantage for Mystery is just too high right now. It's only +2, +1 for these Roaches. Has Mystery managed to hold on? He has. With these Blink Stalkers, thanks to his upgrade advantage, he has held off. The Roaches and the Hydras killed a bunch of Infestors as well. Rhett just has to rebuild his economy. Has there been more harassment? Not really. Again, there's really nothing here to detect, but I think to get up here, I don't know. Oh, there we go. We are seeing some Vipers come in now for Rhett. What is he going to do with these? Blinding Cloud, I have to imagine, is the best option. Sucking down all the health off these evolution chambers. Don't do it too much or they'll die. There we go. Just stopping just in time to keep them alive. Not quite maxed out on energy, but he's keeping an eye on that. He doesn't want to lose his melee attack upgrade that he's working on right now. Stalker just sitting here at the Zelnaga Watchtower does take down a Zergling. No big deal to him. And what is this? A Zealot comes in. Actually does get a couple drone kills before it gets cleaned up. Making a Spine Crawler to help against this continued harassment. This Pylon has produced a lot of Protoss units to do a lot of damage and just cause a lot of misery to our friend LiquidRet. Third base, if this gets established for Mystery, he might be in a pretty good spot here. We just need higher tech. We need Immortals. We need Colossus. We need something. We can't just stick on Stalker Sentry, can we? No, I don't think we can. Here we come. Big push from Rhett. 188 to 110 supply. Amazing force fields. Keeps everything behind that wall. All these Lings get cleaned up. There is a Blinding Cloud coming down. They did a little bit more damage with the Lings than you would expect. More force fields. But here we come, starting to come on in, allowing small groups through at a time so we can pick them off one by one. This is exactly what Mystery needs to do. Could we come around the left side maybe with this army? I don't know. More groups of Lings come in. Blinding Clouds. Again, a Roach dies on his own on the wrong side of the force fields. Zerglings come in one by one and get cleaned up piece by piece. My Mystery. Mystery, again, is holding on as best he can, but there's really nothing in production right now He's focusing all of his attention, and here we come, the big concave from the roaches and the hydras moving on down to this front area. And a big attack from these Hydralisks. +2, +1 is still here. Plus, it looks like +2 Carapace is on the way, but not quite there yet. Swinging around the left side is this army from our friend LiquidRet. Going to try to come up and kill some of these stalkers. Do we have a mothership core? Can we do a photon overcharge? Can we do anything? I don't know. Here we go again. Vipers have a lot of energy. They could throw down more blinding clouds, and they do, preventing those stalkers from attacking while they're inside that cloud, zoning them out just a little bit. Roaches getting sniped down on the front lines, but stalkers are dying as well. Oh, and that Nexus was being focused down, finally dead. Mystery is still on 2 bases. He's slowly getting starved out. These Hydras killing all of these Stalkers. Stalkers do not do well against Hydralisks. Hydralisks are a good answer to pretty much everything out of the gateway for Protoss, which is why I wanted to see Immortals. I wanted to see Templar. I wanted to see something to deal with this. The Blink Stalker actually doing better than I thought against these Hydras. But no, I think slowly the Stalker number's getting whittled down, and yes, that's it. Mystery calls the GG. LiquidRet is victorious. He takes the series 2 games to 1, and will be moving on to the round of 16. So, a bit of a scare thrown into him by the Chinese player, but LiquidRet does manage to actually win the series 2 games to 1. I'm sure he's very happy about that, and we'll have to see what he does later on in this tournament. So, regardless, thank you so much for watching. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all@FalconPaladin. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. And as always, you take care of yourself.